How are US President Donald Trump's tariffs impacting the Indian retail sector? Will input prices now be lower for those looking at only Indian domestic retail and not eyeing exports at all? And how will all of this boost or impact the festive season in the near term? Well, we have Shivendra Nigam, the CFO at Cantabil, joining us for an exclusive interaction. Thank you for your time. I'd like to begin by asking you, for those wondering, look, how are Donald Trump's tariffs impacting the overall Indian retail sector? What would you say?
So, first of all, thank you for having me on the show. Thank you, Sakshi. And yes, on a global side, if we'll see the global side, the impact is there. At least what we notice, sentiments are there. However, if we'll talk about Indian retailers, so I don't think much impact is there. We have seen a very good growth in Q1. So last year it was slightly on a flattish side, but this time in Q1 the growth was tremendous, no doubt about it, and it's continued. It's continued. July was slightly on a flatter side, but it's now came up again. So what it looks like for the Indian retailers, it's not impacting much. It looks like a temporary one. But when I'll go to the overall, global issues, so definitely it is going to impact a little bit. We need to see how the exporters are reacting, because mainly it will be impacting the exporters. Input, I don't think it is going to be costly. So for Indian retailer, purely from the retailers, ready-made garment retailer point of view, I don't think much impact is going to be. Now the festivity is coming down. We are always been waiting for this, Q2 is always been much higher than Q1. So Q1 has already given a good result. So going forward, Q2 and overall demand scenario is good. The overall demand scenario and consumption side is good. So let's wait. Let's wait. I don't. We think it is going to good one. However, overall Trump impact on a global level, we need to little bit wait and watch.
We need to wait and watch as far as the global impact is concerned. But, for those saying, okay, what really are the challenges and opportunities for those not exporting, like Cantabil?
So yes, challenges would have been there, because we have seen a little bit of discussion point of view. Discussion, the people or is importing, the discussion point is on in as far as vendor segment is concerned. Vendor segment has started discussing it, whether the impact would have been there. So overall, going forward for domestic retailers, going forward for the domestic retailers, I don't see much challenges would have been there, because input cost is not really cotton prices. We need to look and watch on the cotton prices as well, whether they are going to be inflationary changes. Indian consumer is slightly always been ready to pay more, little bit, but obviously not exorbitant high prices. So going forward, I think from the retailer's point of view, from purely the Indian retail point of view, it is going to be fine.
You feel it is going to be fine? Do you feel that input prices will then be far lower for those looking at only the domestic market?
It should. It should be. It should be. We are impacting. We are looking at the input prices. Input prices should come down. So overall, the retail industry or the manufacturing from India, manufacturing within the for the consumption in India, if I'll say, that would not be an issue. However, the exporters, purely the people who are the big export houses, they are looking at 50% tariff. 50% is huge. It's huge. So the options, people are in the export are looking for the options. They have to look for the options. So
Right.
let's see. Again, I'll be sticking on the wait and watch. It's too early to say. It's too early to say. Let's wait a little bit.
Right, but you are certain in a sense that those only looking at the domestic market will see some new opportunities coming as a result of lower input prices.
Surely is going to be the new opportunities would come. There are more avenues would be in going up. But the same thing, for exporter, there is a challenge. For the people who are the big export houses who are completely, because 25% of the ready-made garment consumption in US is depending on India. So that is going to be impact. That is going to be impact.
Right. Now, your result report card for your company has been steady. Your thoughts really on the festive demand or trends that you're likely to see going forward, and your message to exporters, like you were saying, who are going through a very different time at the moment.
So yes, as we see, we have given a historical result in Q1. 24% YOY growth is there. 28% on the PAT level and EBITDA level growth is there. So Q1 has done very good for us. July was also on a positive side. So second quarter also has been a challenging, a very lean quarter. So Q2 has always been a very lean quarter for the industry as a whole. But we are looking at good momentum in Q2 as well. And definitely when the moment festivity is coming down, just we are going to be winner. So this year, our earlier plan of giving 20 to 22% of the revenue growth and PAT level of 12% of the PAT level EBITDA is going to hit. So next two, what the plan we have been earlier given, that is the 1,000 crore revenue we are going to hit by FY27. That is absolutely on the track. And then next 3-4 years, we are taking it from the double from the there. So this is so for overall Cantabil point of view, we are on target for last 4-5 years. Last 4-5 years, we are giving 20% plus growth, which is continued and going forward next 4-5 years. We are giving it. Our store expansion is on the same pace. No doubt about it. We are approximately 1.2 lakh square feet every year on year basis. Added 21,000 new area we added in Q1 as well. So going forward also, we are on a momentum. We are completely on our target momentum.
Right, but your thoughts on the festive demand and the impact overall as far as the Indian domestic retailers are concerned, given the fact that they're now likely to see lower input prices, how do you think this will impact the festive time for them, as well as then for consumers? Will consumers see lower prices?
As I just said, we are expecting that, and also not only from the input prices as well. If you see, the government for last years is also trying to boost consumption. In last 10 years, we are seeing we have seen capex, lot of infra projects which has been necessary for the last 10 years. That time was the capex, but this time the government has also boosted in terms of consumption. You can see a couple of times already the interest rate has been given down, and then the tax bonanza of 1 lakh crore rupees has been inflow in the market. So government is, yes, there's challenging time for the government as well, because the tariff issues are there, as well as they are trying to boost the consumption at the same time. So for the enough consumption, things have been given, which we have seen in. So when the festivity, we are expecting a good demand in the festivity this time as compared to last year. So definitely growth will be there, and if the lower cotton prices and the lower input prices would be there, this would actually adding up for the retailers in Q2,
Right.
in Q2 and beyond.
Right. So, of course, in the near term, the expectations are all optimistic. Lastly, I want to ask you, what about the Trump tariff impact on US retailers? We are seeing lots of reports of the prices spiking already in across stores there. Walmart as well as one of the reports cited. So, your thoughts really on what Trump tariffs are doing to US consumers then? In a sense, prices are spiking there for the retail consumers, and you're saying that here there's a fresh layer of opportunity as far as the Indian consumer is concerned.
So that is what we are thinking. It is apart from the global challenges, it is more challenging from whether it's a Trump tariff or you can say any tariff in the US itself, because already the vibration has been started in the US itself. Obviously, like in India, 25% of export of total garment export is dependent on India. So obviously they have to face the challenges on their own country itself. It is not about only the geopolitical or global issues, right? So they have to face those challenges. So this effect is started giving the senses in the US itself as well. So local consumption would be getting costly. So obviously it will impact their slightly the same their economy as well. So things would be settling down. I think it is not only a one-way side, whatever they want to do, and it's like you cannot put a gun on the head and get the things done, right? So let's still some more time to be given to settle down the things, whether it's globally as well as US. But more challenges what we feel in the US itself, and they have to respond their own public first.
Right. So more challenges for the US economy, as you have just mentioned, in particular the retail industry there. We are already witnessing reports of spike in prices. We are seeing lots of viral videos of how the US consumer is feeling. And the Trump tariff impact on the Indian retailer, you feel, at the moment is in wait and watch mode, especially as far as, the domestic players are concerned. The likelihood of lower prices and a festive demand boost is far more likely. So those really are the expectations on from you on the retail industry. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and for taking our time for this interaction.
Thank you, Sakshi. Thank you so much. Thank you.